Hi guys, I'm back with a new topic, Built by Science. So, today we'll be talking about muscle growth, which is a very commonly asked questions by everyone in every gym कि muscle कैसे बढ़ाएं, muscle का size कैसे बढ़ता है. So, to understand that, we have to get in the detail, scientific detail of this topic. So just hang on with me and you don't have to be dependent on anyone then.
Yeah. I didn't think that I had a debt to pay till the came to take all I had left away. You said you wouldn't put me to the test today, but I remember you saying that yesterday. There was a time when your mind wasn't out of control. Every memory a confession pouring out of your soul, like a pill you couldn't swallow and it swallowed you whole. Another lie hard to follow till it followed you home, and like that broke you down.
सो ग्रोथ को हम साइंटिफिक टर्म में बोलते हैं हाइपरट्रोफी बोलते हैं. हाइपरट्रोफी क्या होता है? व्हाट इज हाइपरट्रोफी? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, सो इंक्रीज इन द वॉल्यूम ऑफ एन ऑर्गन और अ टिश्यू बिकॉज ऑफ द इनलार्जमेंट ऑफ द सेल्स इज कॉल्ड हाइपरट्रोफी. जब सेल्स का, छोटे सेल्स का साइज बढ़ता है, बिकॉज हमारी बॉडी सेल से बनी हुई है, जब सेल्स का साइज बढ़ता है तो टिश्यूज और ऑर्गन्स का साइज बढ़ता है. टिश्यूज और ऑर्गन्स का साइज बढ़ेगा तो मसल एज अ होल का साइज बढ़ेगा. सो दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग टू अंडरस्टैंड, दैट वी हैव टू increase the size of our cells, muscle cells, and today we'll be only talking about muscle tissues and muscle cells. So then growth in muscle fibers ऐसे ही होता है. like when we train, and it's not like that you train and तुम्हारा size बढ़ जाएगा. it is complemented by a good nutrition, right nutrition and workout and recovery. So we call it fitness tripod. okay, so tripod से मैं अगर एक भी टांग हटा दूंगा तो वो tripod गिर जाएगा. okay, so we have to understand in a way that हमारी ये तीन चीज़ें, workout which is a triggering point when we damage the muscles, and then when we go home we have to eat the right nutrition so that our body uses the nutrients to recover the muscle, and whatever the needs of the body, it should be fulfilling that. And the third is recovery, sleep, which is very important. Now we have to understand, I'll give you a short example of that जिसमें आपको जल्दी से समझ आ जाएगा. ये मेरा रूम है. If I want to, मैं इसको रूम को थोड़ा अच्छा बनाना चाहता हूँ, so what I'll do is मैं पूरे इस रूम को तोड़ूंगा पहले. उसके बाद मैं बोलूँगा अच्छा चलो यहाँ से बढ़ा देते हैं और इस साइड से थोड़ा बढ़ा देते हैं. देन आई डिसाइड कि ये रूम कैसा बड़ा हो और ऐसे हो. द सेम थिंग गोज विद द मसल्स. इफ वी डैमेज द मसल्स, डैमेज इज नॉट इन अ बैड सेंस, बट वी हैव टू डैमेज द मसल फॉर इट टू ग्रो. ओके, you have to understand like that. And now let's come to the topic that I just told you in my first video that I've been misled by a lot of guys, and I went to a wrong track, right? So what mainly my last and my previous trainers did was they made me do a lot of cardio. Not that cardio is bad, cardio is not bad, but why it didn't help me grow muscle? That's a very valid question. I've heard a lot of people and a lot of clients telling me that muscle lose होता है क्या cardio से? हाँ होता है, but why? Nobody has given you a logical and scientific reason for that. So here now CNS, our central nervous system, comes into play, and it plays a big part in that. Okay, so we call it an exercise which lasts for a long duration. For suppose if I'm doing 5 kgs and I'm doing 100-200 repetitions, that's called endurance training. Running a marathon is like an endurance training. Our body goes, in endurance training, our body goes into a lactic acid mode. It produces a lot of lactic acid. That burning sensation which we feel like it's a good pump, it's called lactic acid. So we have to understand the energy sources, which we will discuss in another video apart, alag se. सो यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट जब हम कोई एक्सरसाइज शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन के लिए करते हैं, सपोज आई एम डूइंग बेंच प्रेस फॉर 8 रेपिटेशंस, माय बॉडी विल यूज ATP CP बोलते हैं उसको हम साइंटिफिक भाषा में, एडेनोसाइड ट्राइफॉस्फेट, विच इज कॉल्ड एनर्जी, वो बॉडी यूज करती है. एंड उसके बाद अलग अलग एनर्जी सिस्टम्स आते हैं, एंड देन इफ द एक्सरसाइज इज लास्टिंग फॉर अ लॉन्ग ड्यूरेशन द बॉडी रीचेज लैक्टिक एसिड. नो व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम विद लैक्टिक एसिड? दैट्स अ वैलिड क्वेश्चन. लैक्टिक एसिड पहुंच भी रही है तो उसके प्रॉब्लम क्या है? Because when the body reaches lactic acid, the body starts using the muscle protein for energy. If muscle protein is being used for energy, then how the body will grow the muscle cells? Again coming to back to the topic, वो muscle cells कैसे बढ़ेंगे? अगर muscle cells नहीं बढ़ेंगे तो tissues और organs कैसे बढ़ेंगे? और tissue नहीं बढ़ेगा तो muscle size कैसे बढ़ेगा? Okay, so that is why you cannot grow muscle if you are doing a lot of cardio. Cardio is not bad. It is. I do cardio. अभी भी I do a lot of cardio for my respiratory system, for my lungs to perform, not for my muscle growth, not for fat loss. It's for my respiratory system. Now there comes a second part to this muscle growth topic. Okay. Now again CNS का काम, Central Nervous System का काम. अब suppose मुझे इसी कमरे को अगर मुझे इस कमरे को बढ़ाना है तो maybe I'll call 2 or 3 laborers. But if I want my entire house to get renovated, I will have to get at least 10 laborers. My point is, the more the work, more workload ज़्यादा बढ़ता है और मुझे workforce और manforce ज़्यादा चाहिए होगा. And then the thing is, the same thing comes with muscle. Our CNS. If I suppose go to the gym, I'm supposed doing bicep curls from 5 kgs. My body, my CNS will understand it like this is a very light weight, and maybe you can recruit 2 muscle cells or some of the muscle fibers for that, because the load is not much. Now if I pick up 20 kgs and start doing bicep curls, my central nervous system will understand this is a heavy load. I will have to recruit more muscle fibers, more muscle cells to lift this up, thereby resulting in more muscle cells damage, more muscle fiber getting damaged. And with the right nutrition and recovery, you will be getting that hypertrophy. Muscle cells का size बढ़ जाता है. It happens over a period of time. It is not like that तुमने इस हफ्ते किया तो अगले हफ्ते तुम्हें मसल साइज बड़ा मिलेगा. नहीं, जो भी इंटरनेट पे बोलता है कि 2 वीक में बाइसेप का साइज बढ़ाएं, ये सब, that is not possible. That's just, I don't know what are they saying, but that's not possible. Even with chemical stuff, that's not possible. So that you have to understand that if there are 2 muscle fibers also, slow twitch and fast twitch. अगर मैं ज़्यादा उसमें गया, then you guys will get confused. So मैं स्लो ट्विच एंड फास्ट ट्विच मसल फाइबर्स को अलग से डिस्कस करूंगा दूसरी वीडियो में, और एनर्जी सिस्टम्स को भी अलग से डिस्कस करूंगा दूसरी वीडियो में. इस वीडियो में आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग यू दैट 2 मसल फाइबर्स, एंड जब हम लाइट वेट उठाते हैं तो एक काम होता है, वेट हम ज़्यादा उठाते हैं और रेपिटेशंस कम होते हैं तो दूसरा काम करता है. अब मैं इसको डिटेल में अलग वीडियो में समझाऊंगा. बट नाउ फॉर नाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, इफ द वर्कलोड इज मोर, there is more muscle damage, more muscle cells are getting damaged, and with the recovery it will get hypertrophied. Simple. It's a simple logic. जो भी लोग बोलते हैं that high repetitions are good, they are good. I'm not against that, but I'm saying if I'm talking about hypertrophy, lightweight and more repetitions will not help you, because that again goes into endurance training mode. Endurance is also important, but it is always activity specific. अगर मुझे endurance के लिए किसी को ट्रेन करना है तो I will train him for endurance, but you should be functional, you should be able to endure. Again, you have to train you have to balance everything. कार्डियो भी करना है, एंड्योरेंस पे भी काम करना है, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी भी करनी है, ये भी करना है. बट आज मैं मसल ग्रोथ डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ, तो इसलिए मैं आपको ये बता रहा हूँ कि मसल ग्रोथ कैसा होता है. ओके, नाउ अगेन द वन मोर टॉपिक दैट आई वांट टू डिस्कस टुडे इज आइसोलेशन मूवमेंट्स और कंपाउंड मूवमेंट्स. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन, जो इनको नहीं पता आइसोलेशन और कंपाउंड्स में क्या डिफरेंस होता है, आई विल टेल यू टुडे. सपोज आई एम डूइंग बेंच प्रेस, दिस इज कंपाउंड, बिकॉज कंपाउंड में कंपाउंड हमने पढ़ा था, it is double effect, compounding. So when we are recruiting and using more than one muscle, or we are recruiting more than one joint, and it's similar, because if you recruit more than one joint, you will be recruiting more muscle. So that is called compound. When we are recruiting more than one joint, हमारे ज़्यादा जॉइंट और ज़्यादा मसल काम पे आ रहा है उस मूवमेंट के लिए, तो वो कंपाउंड है. आइसोलेशन हो गया, क्योंकि देखो बेंच प्रेस में मेरा एल्बो एंड माई शोल्डर जॉइंट इज गेटिंग रिक्रूटेड, राइट. देयर आर 2 जॉइंट्स. ओके. आइसोलेशन इज जिसमें सिर्फ एक जॉइंट काम करता है, सपोज चेस्ट फ्लाई, ओनली शोल्डर जॉइंट. सो विच इज बेटर? if you have to ask which is better, any day compound. Why? Because compound movement में we are recruiting more joint. Now try to connect it with the previous thing, hypertrophy वाला topic, with this and understand. हम ज़्यादा joints को recruit करेंगे तो ज़्यादा muscle recruit होगा. ज़्यादा muscle recruit होगा तो ज़्यादा muscle fibers recruit होंगे. ज़्यादा muscle fibers recruit होंगे तो ज़्यादा muscle cells recruit होंगे. ज़्यादा damage with right nutrition and recovery, muscle growth. Plus compound movements has a carryover effect on us, because I don't want to restrict myself, my fitness, my body to the gym only. It's like when the time I step out of the gym, I'm nothing, I'm just a shosha. So I want to work on my body, and I want functionality with that. The moment I step out of the gym, I don't want to restrict myself or my clients with that they are only till the gym. If they are going out, they should be able to perform. They are coming to the gym so that they can train themselves to perform outside, जो हम daily मर्रा में हम करते हैं. That is what compound movements are. Suppose I can modify Maruti 800 and make it and give it a look of a Lamborghini, but the engine will be of Maruti. That's not a point. If you want a body like Lamborghini, then you should be able to perform like that monster. So that is very important to understand, that whatever you are doing in the gym, that has a carryover effect when you go out of the gym. Suppose deadlifts, they have a carryover effect. Squats, bench press, overhead press, all these exercises are compound. It will give you a lot of fat loss. They will damage your muscles, and in recovery your body will lose a lot of fat and grow a lot of muscle with right nutrition and the recovery. And it will have the body that you are seeking for, abs and all these things, that will come, and you won't be able to realize कि ये हुआ कैसे, because that will be a byproduct. And with your strength increasing, your aesthetics will get better and better and better. Okay, so now I'm gonna end this video. I'm sorry that मैं काफ़ी time बाद आया हूँ. It's almost 3 months. I've been busy with some work, but now I promise that I will be coming regularly. Regularly means every week I will try, and I will post 2 videos every week, I think so. And I will see you soon, and again we will be coming back with a great and interesting topic for you to understand. I hope this topic made everything clear कि muscle कैसे बढ़ता है. Okay, so if you have any questions, comment down below, and please subscribe this channel and share it with your friends and family, and make them realize that what is going on in the internet, because there is some place where the right knowledge is being preached and being given, and the right reasons are given for that. So build by science. I shall see you in my next video. Till then, take care, keep lifting, and eat like a monster, but eat right, not everything. Eat right and train like a monster, and subscribe, share and comment. Thank you.